like topic for the day, put it on the chat or maybe raise your hand so we can address it. So yeah. And our topic for today, let me just get our the Zoom link for this call so we can send it to other people. So our topic would be about websites, our the Tekmatix native website builder, and also how to maybe integrate your existing website with Tekmatix. So what I mean with the existing website is maybe for those people who have their website on WordPress hosted on a different server, if they want to maybe don't use our native website builder, if they want to keep their existing WordPress website and they want to just integrate it with Tekmatix, I'll show you on how you can definitely do that. But some of the tweaks may be coming from the back end of your WordPress editor. So I'll just show you on where to get those links, on where to maybe update some stuff that is pretty much essential with how you are going to like sell your courses. So yeah. So I'll give you an example. And we have multiple business owners who have their existing website in WordPress. And what we just did is we just integrated with their Techmatics checkout for their courses, logins, and things like that. So yeah, I'll show you step by step on how to do that. But yeah, I might need to maybe ask permissions for some course creator that have their um like maybe website integrated with Techmatics. I'll ask permission next time so I can show you how they did it with their like website. But yeah, so I'll give you some insights on how you can probably do that. If you have your WordPress, maybe I mean if you have your website on either WordPress, Wix, or any other website builder. So yeah. So let me just finish up doing this one so we can invite other people in. That would be on our page or sorry, our group and Techmatics official. And we are going live. Okay. Yep. So we're now live streaming to our Facebook channel. Let me just try to um yep. We are on live. Yeah. Live. Mm, yeah, about uh, ancient with purpose. Techmatics website builder. Builder. Okay, just finishing up. Trying here. Okay, got it. So we now got our live posted everywhere else where we need to post. So yeah. So thank you guys for jumping on a call with us this Wednesday. So I hope you are having a good day. Let me just try to check on the comments if I can get some. I'll just get our chat here on top so I can see it from time to time. Okay, got it. So I'll share my screen. So basically, let's start with the basics with Techmatics. It will be about maybe domain and like of the basic website or native website builder inside Techmatics. So let me just share my screen. Um, yeah. So some of you guys may find the building website in Techmatics quite overwhelming because there's a lot of things in there. Like you will see, like your website, we have maybe over 500 website templates that you can choose from that could be used as the base of your website. So that website template can be found here on the top right button. You will see this new website. Just click on that one. And then here on template library, just click on this button and you will see all the website templates that you can choose from on building your website. So we have different website templates depending on its category. So we have for automotive businesses, we have for business and consulting, we have creative websites that you can choose from and things like that. And the one that is currently showing are basically Linktree accounts. Let me just try to see if I have some filter on. Because that's weird. New website template. All template. It's showing some link tree thing on me. Just give me one sec. Maybe I'll just choose everything. Oh yeah, about bio, or maybe let's do beauty and fashion. Yeah. So we have here different options. Let me just try to take this on so I can have everything. Yeah. So these are some of the website template that you can choose from when you're building your website. If you already have your website like quite established, you can just skip this part. But for those of you who's not familiar with it yet, what you're going to do is just select any of the template that you like. For example, this one. When you click on the template, you can try to maybe skim through the pages by clicking on or by scrolling through the scroll bar right here. So you can see all of the elements that you got on this exact page. So that's how you're going to see it. But let's have, for example, if you want to maybe proceed with this template, if you think that this is a template that you want and you want to proceed with this, what you're going to do next is click on continue here in the top right. Click on that one. Tick on this like checkbox. This is for the um what do you call this? The policy thing where to yeah, you just have to read through the terms and conditions we got, and then just click on get this template. Afterwards, your template will be loaded to your account. You might not see it on the first page, but you just need to click on the next page and you will probably see it. So as you can see, this is not the template that I want. Let me just try to refresh my page. Yep. So probably this is the template that we selected earlier, right? So you will know that this is the template that we have selected. Here on the time that it was like played with, this one is saying that this was created few seconds ago, or some changes were made few seconds ago. So it means that this template right here is quite new. So when I click on this one, you will see that this is the template that we have earlier. So yeah, so that's how you load your template from your template website template to your Tekmatix account. And from here, this is the like whole view of the website template. And then let me just show you. Yeah, I think the menu are now linked. So basically, all these images like this, let me just annotate, like this image here on top, you can definitely change that one. The colors of the text, you can change that. All the backgrounds, you can change that, and so on and so forth. So everything that you can see on our website builder is pretty much like customizable. So yep. So let me just read through the comments we got here below. Um, hey Mike, and can you discuss the pros and cons of hosting okay, got it, Andrea. So we'll hop onto that one. And Dr. Nina, is it better to choose option at the beginning of your selection that you may or may not use? Yes, basically, Nina, I suggest that you need to set your mind into the exact template that you want to use for your website, because in that case, because when you have your own maybe website theme or template that you choose from, it will be easier for you to work on different pages because it will be set up depending on like the colors, the layout, the fonts, and basically the overall like mood board of the whole website. So I suggest if you can decide on the very first part, if you can decide for the themes and the template that you can choose for your website builder, please do that first. And that way you won't be having a hard time of like importing pages and things like that. So that would be very important if you want to choose what exact template you will want to use. Yeah.
So, yeah, so the pages are as important as the template, is what I hear you saying.
Yes, definitely. Because
Okay, thanks.
let me just show you an example with the one that we imported earlier. This one, as you can see, we already have like existing page already, right? So in that way, it will be easier for you to jump on to each page and edit it instead of maybe just copying different page and things like that. So I suggest if you can choose a template that you want to work with, that would be pretty much easier.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. And also if you need help with like, editing and things like that, we have a free 15-minute call where we can jump on with you. And if you guys you have maybe some problems with like building your website or linking your website, you can always book a call with us. So let me just show you our website here under book a call menu. we you can either book a call with me, Febby, or yourself for the people who is currently maybe preferred working on the per time zone, basically Taipei or Philippine time zone. And then if you're currently on US or maybe in Europe or UK, you can book for Chelsea for so she can help you out. So yeah, so you have that option to ask for help with any of our experts. So yeah, let me just read to Andrea. Nat, can we discuss the pros and cons? Yep. Let me just show you something. Yeah, this is Sarah. Let me just try to sarahcorner.com. So yeah. So basically Sarah's website is still on WordPress. So you might think that why does Sarah still have her website in WordPress where she have Tekmatix? So basically Sarah has already owned this website for how many years? And we got over maybe 300 pages in here that may take some time to migrate over. So yeah. So the decision will be coming from you if you want to switch over like entirely to you build your website inside Techmatics, or if you still want to get your website hosted with WordPress. So what's currently happening with Sarah is we got all of the buttons in here, all the forms that you can see on her like website are basically all the forms inside Techmatics. So what we did, this will we will go to the part where we integrated her website with her Techmatics account. So in that way, let me just show you some things in here. Like for example, for this buttons on top, when you click on that one, this is a different landing page, right? But when you click on Join Entrepreneur Academy, this is basically a checkout in Techmatics. So what we did on the back end is we updated or tweaked this button that when a student click on it, it will be redirected to the course checkout inside Techmatics. So the tweaking can be done on the back end of your website builder, but what you can do is just update your buttons right here and get the link from your Techmatics checkout or maybe Techmatics login. And that way, you will have your website and your CRM integrated. And the pros of having that one done with integrating your website with Techmatics is, for example, if you have new opt-ins, for example, if someone contacted you and someone submitted a form, all the form submission will be automatically added as a contact inside your Techmatics account. So what I mean with a contact, when I go to contacts, all the people that submitted form will be automatically added here as a new contact. So that would be one of the pros of having your um like website integrated with Techmatics if you want to keep your existing website. So, but in a case for someone who maybe wants to maybe migrate their total website with Techmatics, you actually have to build it step by step or from scratch because WordPress is obviously a different like website provider, right? And WordPress is one of our competitor. So we don't have a direct integration with WordPress where we can just like import that website and have it in Techmatics like build out on our native builder that could be done. So if you want to maybe get your website in Techmatics, you have to build it from scratch. But another option for you too is if you have your website or WordPress website hosted somewhere else, we offer a WordPress hosting in Techmatics. It will be an additional of 14.99 on top of your monthly subscription. So that would be also another option for the for some people who still have their maybe website in WordPress hosted somewhere else and they want to maybe switch hosting. So yeah, so that's one option to you too. So yeah, I hope that I answered your question. We will also discuss more about the pros and cons later on our discussion. So let me just read through the comments here. Please show me best way to add opt-in backs, ideally pop-in backs to my website. Richard, do you have your maybe website inside Techmatics? Yeah, so let's just wait for Richard's answer and I'll show you how to do a pop-up. So, hi Nina. Sometimes are you able to go through the global settings? And yes, definitely. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. So I'll show you the global settings because that's also one of the best thing to do it with, like creating website. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. So I'll show you how to do that in a bit. So yeah, so maybe let's start with because most of your questions are coming from website, which is basically um in line with what we're going to discuss for today. So for recharge question on how to create a pop-up inside your website so you can gather all the information coming from the leads, the very first thing that you need to do for that recharge is to create a form. When you go to form under builder, I suggest you can create a form first. So just click on add form. So I'll just start from scratch. I'll just start maybe a pop-up form that we want to use. So this is basically a blank form that we have. On the right-hand side, you will see this option tab. Click on that one. Under form name, this is where you're going to rename the form because we receive questions on how to rename the form. So this is where you can find it. So maybe I'll call it pop-up form and I'll put in today's date so we won't get confused. 524. 524. So yeah, so that's how you name it. Don't worry about this thing on top. This is just the title of the form. It won't be visible to any of your maybe students or maybe clients. So this is just an in-house title of the form. So yeah. So from options, I will switch to the fields because these are all the fields that I need necessarily for opt-ins. So mostly the basic fields that we got is asking for first name and then email, right? Let me just read through here in case. Oh, in WordPress. Okay, that's very best. We tried. So let's have, for example, this form will be embedded to WordPress, right? If you're familiar with form embeds and basically embedding anything to one website to another, this is the idea behind it. So the very first thing that you need to do is set up your form first. So create a form the same way and how I do it, and then you can add more fields as you want. But the very last thing that you need to add is a button. So I'll just drag the button in here and I'll just edit this one. You can edit the button text on the right hand side. When you click on that button, this pop-up will show up, right? So this is where you're going to edit the button text. So I'll call it maybe submit. So yeah. And what I usually do is I set the width of the form into full. So it will look like this. And that's it. So say for example, this is your form that you want to embed to your website. What you're going to do, Richard, is on the right hand side in the lower right, you have this integrate form, right? Just click on copy and embed code and you can embed it now to your to your WordPress account. I don't have the login on the back end yet because yep. So I can show you the step by step on how you can embed. But I think we have a tutorial on YouTube for that one. But basically after you embed a code, you need to add an element which is called maybe HTML on WordPress. Add that element into that exact part where you want to put that form and then just paste it. And that's it. So that should work. Let me just try to get you the tutorial we got from WordPress. Just give me one second. Just put it on my other screen. Tekmatix WordPress. Let's see if I still got it here. All plugins. Yep, got it. So here we got, oh, sorry. Okay. So can you please let me know, Richard, if you got that link from the Zoom chat? So try to maybe watch that video that shows you step by step on how you can integrate the form or embed a form to your WordPress website. So yeah, so please try to watch out first. Yep.
Yeah, okay, thanks very much.
Okay, no worries. So yeah, so that would be the best way. But if you have your maybe website inside Tekmatix and you want to get this form into your pop-up, I'll show you and how you can do it. So after you're done with the form, the most important thing to set up is on the right hand side, click on option. You see this on submit. This on submit will configure what will happen after the form submission. So you can either click on open URL and put the thank you page in here, or you can either just maybe flash a message for them after they submitted form. So I prefer to actually have a message in here. So I'll just set the unsubmit into message, and what I'm going to put here is thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you for submitting the form. And yeah, so that easy. You can definitely like try to like put in more words in that, but I'll just do that one, like center it. You can adjust the size. Let's have, for example, I'll adjust the size into 27. Let's see. I think that would be too big on the thank you page, but let's see. So yeah, and afterwards you can just save it and you're done. You can actually just use this exact form automatically if you don't want to maybe embed it with a different funnel pages. What you can just do is click on integrate form, copy form link, and then you can just paste the form link that you got here. Yeah, so basically this is the form that we created, right? You can actually just use it like this. If you want to just use the form for the opt-in and you want to have it maybe embedded to a website or funnel page, you can do it like this. Let's try to fill it out. I'll maybe do not testing 524. And then the email, let me just use this one. And when I click on submit, yes, you can see this is the thank you message that we set up, right? So you can use your form as is. That's pretty much like doable. That's pretty much like all set. But the cons of having the form is you will have this Tekmatix link on top. So if you want to maybe have the like form submission or the opt-in to be branded to your maybe domains and things like that, you have to embed it to the funnel. But if you're okay with using the Tekmatix link, you can have it this way. So yeah. So other things that you can do with your forms is you can actually put in an image here on top that will serve as your banner. So when I click on what I did is, let me just delete that one because I think that would be confusing. So on the field section, you have this image bar, right? So just drag that image bar here on where you want to place that image, and you will have this one. You can just click on choose file and choose a file that you want to use. Let me just get rid of the screen, and let me just choose some image that would be maybe applicable. Maybe this one. So yeah. So what will happen is that image will serve as maybe a banner of your um like form. You can do that this if you have maybe an event that you want to advertise using a link. And when I click on integrate form and when I copy the form link and when I paste it on the new tab, you will see the image will be on top. So yeah, so that could be an option for you if you feel like having the funnel would be quite complicated for you. You can actually go for like form submission. And on the back end, what's happening is when I click on contacts, you can actually see me added as a new contact, but since I have already have my like email in here already, it won't show us a new contact because it will just update an existing contact. But what will happen when I go to the form submission under here, you will see all the people that submitted a form. So let's have, for example, I will filter this one depending on the form. So from the pop-up form 524, these are all the submissions I got. So I got not testing 524 with that email. So basically, this is the test that I did earlier, right? So you will see all the people that submitted the form under submission. So yeah, so you can actually put it on all form if you want to see all the submission coming from all the forms you got into the system. So yeah. And then let's go back to embedding that form into your pop-up. So let's just use that existing website or the website template we imported earlier. Let's go to the home page. So just put your like maybe questions on the chat box below if you have any. And yeah, so basically the same thing with having your pop-up in WordPress. You can set a button action into a pop-up. So the very first thing that you need to have if you want to pop up on your website inside Tekmatix is you need to get this element called button. So this is the button, right? So you just click on that one and just drag it across the screen. We already have a button in here, but for the demo sake, let me just show you how the form works. So yeah, so this is the button, right? You can configure all the button settings here on the left-hand side. When you click on that exact element, let's have, for example, I want to edit this image, you will see that this banner on top changed, right? So it means you're currently onto the settings of the image. But when I click on the text, you will see that we're currently on the paragraph settings, and it means that this is where we can edit all of this stuff on the right hand side or on that exact element. Same thing with a button. When I click on that button, it will change it to the button. So it means this is where you're going to configure the button settings. So what I'm going to do with the buttons, I want to change the background color from green to maybe, let's do this orange one because that's their branding. And what I usually do with having the button into the homepage is I adjust the button align into maybe left to make it look like this. You can put it into right depending on how you lay out your site. But for me, I'll put it on the left. So yeah. And the most important thing to trigger a pop-up on a button is when you scroll down under button settings, you will see this button actions, right? So set the button action into open pop-up. All the buttons can have different actions, so you can either redirect them to maybe a different page or maybe your socials and things like that. You can also maybe integrate it with your SMS. You just put in your number in here. You can also put in like calls, so you can so the clients or students that will visit your website can automatically call you. But in our case, let's just do pop-up for now. So just open pop-up and automatically this thing will trigger the pop-up. But let's just change this click to sign up text. The click to sign up text can be edited under text option under text. So as you can see, we have click sign up here. And let's just say maybe open pop up for the demo. Open pop up. So let's just do it that way. And then after you configure your button, the very next thing that you need to do on the top left, you see this pop up beside the settings, right? So click on that one. And this is where you're going to configure your pop up. So yeah, so I hope you're still keeping up with me. So please let me know if you have some like things that you want to like clarify. So yeah, so you just need to click on this pop up on the top right to open up the pop up, and in this way you can now edit your pop up. So just click on add row, put in one column because usually that's the layer of all the like sections on a website, and afterwards add element. And what we're going to do now is we want to get the form onto the pop-up, right? So the element that you need to add is a form. So on the right hand side you will see this pop-up, right? So just click on form, and then this selector will show up. On the drop down, choose the form that you want to link. So in our case, we want to use the form that we created earlier, right? So it's called pop up. So I'll just search for the title. So it's very important to name your form so you will know which form we're using. So click on pop up form 524, and this pop up will show up. So as you can see, this is the pop up that we did earlier, right? So just close that one down, save it. And then when we try to preview the page to test if the pop-up or is already working, when I click on preview, when I click on this open pop-up, this pop-up will show up and it now have the form. So that's how you need to do the pop-up. But if you notice something wrong with the preview of this website, you will see that the link is still app.tekmatix.com, right? Because this is just a preview of the website. So to actually put in or link this website into your own domain so you can have your own branding, you need to go back to the main dashboard. So let's just wait for that one. But the very important thing if you is you need to link your domain first with Tekmatix. So we have a different training for that one and how to do it. But if you have some hard time of linking it by yourself, you can book another call with me so I can jump on with you. Yeah. So basically in this website builder, you need to go here on the fourth tab on top, click on settings, and then on the settings on the right hand side, you need to choose a domain that you want to link this website with. So in my case, I want to use learn.tekmatics.com. And afterwards, you can just save it. And yep, click OK. And then now, when I try to preview the homepage, you can preview the homepage by clicking on this like arrow on the top, on the bottom right, right? So click on preview page. You will see now that the link is coming from learn.techmatics.com and not from app.techmatics.com because this is the domain that we link. So yeah. And for now, since we already got the domain link and things like that, you can also add favicons. If any of you guys is not familiar with favicon, favicon is basically let me just oh, why can't I draw? Yeah. Favicon is basically this little things on top. If you can see those like favicons that I'm circling through, let's just put an arrow so it will be clear. Yeah. Those are the favicons. Those are the small icons beside your browser name or browser title. So those are favicons. So how to add a favicon to your website? So as you can see, this is the website builder that we have, right? It doesn't have any favicons in it yet. So let's add a favicons for those people who still like on this process of creating your website. It will be great to maybe follow along so you can add your favicon into your website. So go to your website template. And when you go to settings, this is where you're going to get the to put the favicon. But if you're asking why is it asking for a URL, where can we get the URL? So you can have a workaround of uploading your maybe favicon as a media inside Tekmatix and just getting the link and putting the link in here. So I'll show you step by step on how to do that. So the very first thing that you need to do when you're currently under sites and courses, the menu tab is available here on top, or I mean the media tab. So just click on media. Afterwards, click on open media library. And then you can choose any of the image that you want to treat as a favicon. And if you don't have any favicon option you have in here, you can just click on upload file and upload a new favicon you got into your computer. But in our case, maybe I'll use this one as my favicon, this logo right here. So what I'm going to do, right click on that image and just click on get link. So again, right click and get link. So that's where you're going to get the link of that media. And afterwards, you need to go back to your website builder again, go back, sites and courses, websites, and then let's go to that exact one that we're currently playing. And then under settings, paste that favicon and just save. Yeah, so what I did is I just paste the link that I copied and just save it. And afterwards, when I preview this page, you will see that we will now have a favicon on top. So let's just wait for that one. Oh, service error. Let's try to do it again. Yep, so as you can see, we now have a favicon here on top. And down to maybe some of the basic things with the website, you might want to change this title, right? Under the, like the hair salon and code. You just need to go to your settings on the fourth tab. Just change the name of the website. So maybe let's call it Demo 524. So when I save it, you will see that it's now the title is now changed. And let's say, for example, if you want to maybe change the title of this like the tile on top, you can just click on the three dots on the right hand side. Each of the tile have its own configuration settings. So click on the three dots and then you can just click on settings and then you can just rename it into whatever you want to name it. And then also, if you have maybe an exact page right here, let's say for example, you will have a different or another service tab. You can actually just duplicate this service tab by clicking on the three dots, click on clone, and then clone page in this website, and it will automatically clone this page into a new page, and it will have its clone thing here on top, right? So what you're going to do is just rename that title. So just click on settings and rename the page. So maybe I'll call it services 2. And that's it. So yeah, so that's basically services 2. And now what I'm going to show you is we need to test this pop-up settings in here to make sure that it's like adding a contact into the contact list, right? So I'll send this link onto the chat so maybe you can try to do a test on your end. Let me just check. what size does the favicon needs to be for downloading? For I think the safer way to have the favicon, maybe do it as 400 pixel by 400 pixel, Nina. So I think that would be the best way to do it. Any square any square layout would do best with the favicon. So if you have a graphic designer that works with your logo, maybe suggest to have a favicon created too. So yeah. So it will be just like a square type. That would be the best fit for a favicon. So yeah. So let's just try to do a test with this page that we did. So when I click on open pop-up, I'll try to submit a new form. I will call it this is a test, and the email would be testing testing that com. Did I do it right? Okay, wrong. And when I click on submit, again, you will see the thank you message we created earlier. And when I go to my Tekmatix account under contacts, you will see that contact here. Oh yeah, Mike already also sent out like a test. Thank you for that. So yes, as you can see, you are now added as a contact into your Techmatics contact list. So yeah, it will be the same way will happen if you integrated your form into your WordPress site. All the form submission will be automatically added into your contact list. And when you go to your sites and courses form submission, you will also see the submissions here. So as you can see, Mike is already in here. This is me, and this is the one from earlier. So yeah, same thing will happen. And now I'll show you on the layout Sarah got in her website. So do you guys have maybe any questions for me for that demo or anything that you want to comment? Yeah, let me just check the comment from the chat. Can you make opt-in from a pop-up automatically after 5 seconds? Yeah, we have different configuration for the pop-up. Thank you for that question, Richard. So when I go to website, let's go for the demo 524 because we've been using this one. So when you edit page, you can always configure the pop-up settings. So on the top left, this is the only way to access the pop-up settings. So click on pop-up and then click on open pop-up settings. Here on the left-hand side, you can configure how you want the pop-up to behave. So we have an option to show the pop-up on exit and then show the exit the pop-up and clicking outside, disable it, change the size, and then let me just see if there's any settings for the advanced. Oh, I don't think we don't have that configuration yet, Richard, for like maybe yeah, having a wait step for the pop-up yet. Yeah, but we have an option to maybe just showing the website, I mean the pop-up upon exit and not showing it upon like opt-in. I already turned it off. Let me just I mean turn it on. Let me just try to save it and let's do a test together so we can see how this one works. And then this is a real handy way to collect names. Yes, definitely, Mike. This is the best way to like grow your contact list. If you are looking to grow your contact list on like maybe lead magnet and things like that, you can do this one. If any of you guys who've been maybe trying to create a landing page and maybe having some trouble in linking it, you can always book a call with us so we can jump on with you and maybe verify the steps you got so make sure it's all right and it could be like, activated. So don't worry about it. Well, we got your back on like setting up stuff with Techmatics. So yeah. So let's try to see. So yeah, as you can see now, Richard, the pop-up is not showing upon opt-in, so it means it will show up upon like, exit. So yeah. So I think that's the only configuration we can do for the pop-up for now. But rest assured, I will submit a. Let me just put it on my chat. We will submit a request from our dev to put in any like wait step for the pop-up because I think it's possible in WordPress, right? That a pop-up will show up after 5 seconds or 10 seconds and things like that. So yeah, thank you, Richard. Please place the link on the previous toolkit session on the creation of landing pages. Um, mm, okay. Giselle and Febby, can you please maybe help me out in getting the link of the tech toolbox, please? Is that from the previous session last week, Andrea, or yeah?
No, from any previous session.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. We have one from Sarah, so we'll definitely I'll check on Febby and Giselle if they can get the link from that one.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, no worries. Yeah. So any of you guys have any questions with that, or are you good? I think we're good. So yeah. So I'll show you Sarah's website, because Sarah's website, for those of you who didn't know, is still in WordPress, because there's a lot of things to work in there and it might take some time to migrate over. But if you have if hang on, give me a sec. If you think you can do it yourself, you can also try to like migrate your stuff over to Tekmatix. But in her case, for example, this is how Sarah integrated her website with Tekmatix. So under this menu, you will see this all of this menu, right? When you click on this, maybe let's have, for example, Edupreneur Academy. When you click on that one, this button right here, when you click on it, this is redirected to courses.saracorner.com. So it means this is redirected to an offer page or the checkout inside Techmatics. So that's what Sarah did. So what she did is she went through the menu, go to that exact or individual landing page of the courses, and update the button action or the button link into the new offer page in Techmatics. So if you're asking, how can I get that offer link? So if you already got your maybe website set and up in Techmatics, when you go to sites and courses under membership, under offer, this exact thing right here is basically an offer page. So I'm currently under my sites and course and membership offer page. And it's, for example, this one, this lead magnet one. When you go to this lead magnet one, you will see this get link option on top, right? But before you could go here, you need to set up your courses yet first, and then create an offer. If you have some hard time to do that, please maybe book a call with me, or we can also try to just check the existing or like the previous tech toolbox we got for the training. So yeah. So go to that exact offer, click on get link, copy that link, and this exact link is basically the same thing with this offer link. So when checking links like this, I suggest that you can check the link using a private window or in incognito. So when you click on the three dots on your browser, just switch to new incognito so you can see how the link works, or how the link function on like your student's end. Because incognito cancels out the cache and the cookie, so it will be the best way to test your links. So when I click on the exact offer link, it will show me this, which is basically the same thing with how Sarah got it like this. But the difference is they got all the information and I got none for it currently. So yeah. Andrea, does this website builder proprietary, or is it based on WordPress? Um, Andrea, our website builder in Techmatics is our native website builder. So this is based under Techmatics, under Google Workspace or Google Cloud Space, and not under WordPress. So yeah, it's a different thing. It's a different website builder. Let's put it like that. The same thing with have. Let's have, for example, WordPress has its own website builder, right? Thinkific has its own website builder, and also Wix has its own website builder, and Techmatics also has its own website builder. So yeah, thank you, Andrea. Thank you for your question. So yeah, so that's how you get the offer link from this one. So basically, that's how you can set your maybe courses, or how you can integrate your website with the Techmatics offer links and things like that. But to say, for example, Sarah has this like log into existing student. When you click on that one, it's showing up this one. But let me just try to hang on. Let me just access Sarah's website under incognito so we can see it on the front end. Because I have access to the courses. That's why it's showing up. Sarah Corner. Incognito. Yeah. So when I go to Sarah's website, when I go to your courses and then go to log in existing student because I'm an existing student and I want to log in, when I click on that one, it will redirect me to this sign in link. So yeah, that's why I'm saying that it's important to test the link using an incognito tab or a private window, so you will see the first experience on how your student will try to maybe see your website on the back end or on their end. So yeah, so how to get this link for the login link. If you're wondering, I have the offer links and things like that, but I don't know where to get that login link to redirect my students to log into my course. So what you're going to do, go to your sites and courses, under membership and under settings, you will see this custom domains, right? So click on custom domains. So basically, whatever domain you link in here will be your login page. So on our end, we have workshop at tekmatix.com, right? I'll do a test with copying this link and then I'll open a new incognito tab again. Again, use incognito tab from time to time if you want to test a link. So click on that one. When I paste the domain that I got from the membership, when I click on that one, it will redirect me to the login page. So yeah, so that's one thing that you need to find out is your login page is basically the domain that you link onto your membership site. So yeah, if you have some questions, like for example, if you're asking, is this login page customizable? The answer is not yet. So the only thing that is customizable in this login page is this image here onto your logo. You can definitely change it from time to time. But for now, the background, the color of the button, and like this layout is not customizable yet. But if you are keen, if you know how to do like coding and CSS, you can definitely tweak it with codes. So yeah. Okay, that's it. So that's how you get that login page. And aside from that, let's have, for example, I forgot which to find out one. Maybe this one. Okay, just to control. Let's try to see if this one was the one. When I click on get it now, it will redirect me here. Click on this one. Let's just wait for that one to load. I think these are individual checkout in Tekmatix. Oh, this is still from Tekifix. So I'll try to check on that one. Sorry, let me just pause that video. I think that would be Sarah's video. Okay, got it. So yeah, so I might need to configure this one, but basically what we can do here, let me just show you. I forgot we had just tweaked something in here. Could be this one. Let's just do this one. Yep. So sorry, I can't find the exact page that we got the like form embedded. But yes, the idea is just embed your form into your existing website to integrate your existing website to your Tekmatic site. So in that way, just give me one sec. Sorry for that. So in that way, we can configure or we can capture all the lead that will sign up, and it will be added automatically as a contact to your Tekmatics account. So yeah, so I think we're pretty much like covered some stuff that we need to cover. And if you guys have maybe questions for me or any particular like questions with like WordPress website and integration with Tekmatics. Yep. So if you guys have maybe any questions regarding regarding our session, sorry, I think it's quite overwhelming with all of the stuff happening. You can book another call with me. I'll just put in my chat my booking link. So this is our booking link. I'll put it on the Zoom chat below. We all have 3 15-minute call, all of us experts, which you can book a call with us so we can jump on a call with you and help you out with any of your setup. So, yep. Let me just try to check on the chat box. Um, hey Haria, I saw Haria just came in. Let me just try to check on others. Yes, I think we're pretty much done. So, any of you guys have any questions, or I think we're all give it a session. Thank you so much for jumping on, Lisa. Thank you so much, guys. So we will upload a recording of this one afterwards. Is it possible that you could advise the topics prior? Yes, definitely. We'll definitely prepare that one, Lisa. But we have some technical difficulties today, so that's why we switch over the topic for today. So thank you so much, Nina. Thank you so much, Andrea, for jumping on a call with me. Mike, Richard, thank you so much. So see you guys next toolbox. Thank you so much. Bye bye.